Hey guys, Stitches here, and welcome back to some more Minecraft. Last time, we decided to head into the ground and go on a huge mining expedition, braving the dangers of the caves and the darkness they bring, fending off monsters. This time, we're continuing doing the same thing, starting from this rest area. We also found a ravine, which is pretty interesting. You could also place a chest at your rest area. I don't recommend doing this. This is how materials get left behind. What I am actually going to do, while we're at it, is we are going to craft some new armor. We have plenty of stuff right now. Or we have plenty of iron on us right now. So yeah. We're a metal man now. Was there not an achievement for that? Or did I do this out of order somehow? Oh, is suit up not an achievement in this? I guess not. In later versions, there's an achievement which says, like, equip iron armor. So what do we do with this leather armor? We throw it away. Damn, you can even use Q to quick drop stuff from your inventory in this. So many features I take for granted in Minecraft, and it's like they weren't there. Alright, now I just gotta remember the way back to the... um, ravine, since that is honestly where we're gonna get the most materials. I know at some point I found some gold and I just didn't mine it. Gold is a material that's kind of worthless a little bit. I don't know. It's definitely a material. Oh, I think it might have been down was where I found the gold. What's going on? I keep over adjusting this shit. I can't figure out where I'm going. Gold is a material that has to be mined with iron tools, and it can make tools, but gold is not something I would exactly make functional tools out of. It's very malleable, a very malleable material in real life. Actually, in real life, it's mainly used for electronics, but there's not exactly electronics in Minecraft. What are you doing here? You're not supposed to be able to spawn. It's not dark here. Is that really dark enough for you to spawn? Maybe, I guess. I had to make sure I was recording for a second. Genuinely just thought maybe I didn't start recording. Oh, it's down here, I think, is where the ravine is. You're out of touch. I'm out of time. I'm upset when you're not around. God, I love Hall & Oates. Very talented. Then there's Tally Hall. Don't go in there. Kill someone. Big creatures. Monster pony. This is the same way I keep going. I've lost my way to the ravine. I'm officially losing my gourd. The miner's madness. A not so minor case of the mining madness. No. No, it was up here, wasn't it? No. Where was that ravine? I literally forget. Was it just back here? No. Was it in there? We can go this way, though. Oh, here it is. This just doesn't look like a ravine anymore because I kind of excavated it a bit. Luckily, we do have a way to get down super easily, no matter how far... That was a bad example. If you fall into water, generally speaking... No, thank you. No, thank you. Thank you. I said no, thank you. Generally, if you fall into water, though, at any height, you should be fine. I guess I just hit a bad spot in the water there. I think it has to be a source block, I don't know. You know, I mentioned I started playing Minecraft on Xbox. That was where I first played it. I actually played it to the point where, I got an Avatar Award unlockable that said, I pork chop Minecraft. Or it was like one of those, like, I Heart New York shirts, but instead of a heart, it was a, chop. Like a raw pork chop from Minecraft. We are going to sacrifice 4 wood to the abyss here. Make a crafting table so I can craft up an iron sword. Because our stone sword is on its way out. So on its way out that it's already gone. Oh, if you're underwater, you cannot mine as efficiently. I think this is to prevent you from just mining wherever, and it's supposed to actually make water a hazard and not just helpful. But water in this version of the game also sucks because they don't have the aquatic update swimming. Ugh, I'm praising aquatic update. What have I come to? For those who don't know, the update aquatic is probably one of my least favorite updates they ever did to Minecraft because it changed like everything about Minecraft a little bit. It added so much water-themed bullshit to the game. There's an example of me falling more than 4 blocks and not taking damage in the water. It changed so much stuff in the game that like a majority of worlds started to generate as ocean, and I don't know why. I assume it was a change they made for Update Aquatic so that way you could experience more of the aquatic portions, but it started making these like big oceans that honestly didn't really make exploring all that fun. I found that in like more recent updates and in several mods, it's not as much of a problem. But man, it kind of ruined Minecraft for me for a little bit. Oh, there we can see something there. That is cobblestone that we did not place. That is actually cobblestone that can naturally generate. And that is because it is water next to lava. So I shouldn't explain the interactions between water and lava. So if water hits a lava source block, the lava becomes obsidian. If flowing lava and flowing water touch, it becomes cobblestone. And if lava hits the top of a water source block, the water will become smooth stone, aka this stone. It will become this regular stone. Just kind of gap there I don't like. We've gotten higher up over time. We do want to try to head down more. Do remember you are not collecting stuff if you are not picking it up. Like if you don't hear that pop sound, that means you haven't collected the item. This is just a straight shot up, so I'm not gonna go up there. Alright, we found another 16 iron. Doesn't necessarily do much for us, but we also have like over 200 coal in our inventory. So I'm not too worried about gathering up any more coal for now. I think that's more than enough. I do want to see what's up there real quick. A little more iron. That's about it. Doom doom doom. Doom 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 doom. Doom doom doom. God, I love the music in this game. I actually, if I need to sleep sometimes, I'll like listen to the soundtrack. It's like some people have like the response to fall asleep to lullabies because they were sung lullabies as a baby. Here, we're gonna like staircase that a little bit. Next thing, I guess, is just to head deeper. Oh, that's new. Now we're in the depth. This is where we start finding redstone and lava. So redstone is different from other ores. It drops directly. And it's a powder, as you can see, like the gunpowder. Redstone dust can be used to kind of make engineering aspects a little bit. I'm not very good with it, but you can do some cool stuff with it even as early as this version of Minecraft. Gold is here. It makes weak tools that work a little faster, if I remember correctly. If I remember right, they have a faster block break speed than iron, but they only have the effectiveness as wooden tools, and their durability is even worse than wooden tools. I think. It might actually be the same durability as wooden tools. I couldn't tell you. Off the top of me head. I just mined up into a different cave. What the hell is this? I don't think we've gotten through either one of these iron pickaxes yet. I know we got through the first one. Ooh, there's some more gold. Gold, you can see, has to be smelted like iron, and very similarly to iron in newer versions of the game, it instead drops the raw gold item. The raw gold and raw iron items, I don't think I mentioned this, also allow for the block to drop multiple of the item. And it also makes it affected by a thing we'll encounter later called Fortune, which is something you can apply to your tools. Here we found some more mushrooms. There are actually two varieties of mushrooms. This is a regular mushroom. Or this is a brown mushroom, but there's also red ones. I think they're just both called mushroom in this version of the game. Ow. Actually loops back around. To here. Alright. Now what do I do? Come back around here and maybe get all that coal. Even though I said I wasn't really working towards coal anymore. I also saw some stuff lurking around here which could lead us to the ever-elusive diamond ore. Oop. Examples of why you can't mine. Shouldn't mine straight up. Now I can't get through. I've done my own undoing. If I wanted to, I could just make another sacrifice. Alert. I am ready for anything the game can throw at me. Lava does also provide light. So if you see light underground, it's probably lava. Are cave sounds more common in the original version of the game? God damn. Ooh. You know, take that iron ore. That's a sacrifice. Just stay away from me. Probably plenty of it around. Oh, that's a thing. This is a thing called a dungeon or a spawner room. There's this unique block in the middle called a spawner, which appears to be a cage with a monster's model spinning inside. But in here you can find things like ore. Or, not ore, but ingots. Iron. You can even find diamonds in there. That was a pretty subpar one, but... yeah, these are pretty interesting. I wasn't expecting to find one. They're kind of rare. In vanilla Minecraft in general, so... you can also... this is also one of the few times chests naturally generate. But yeah, if you place torches on all sides of this block, prevents this block from working. And don't mine this. Mining this gives you a lot of experience, but there are reasons you wouldn't want to do this. For one, you can actually manufacture an apparatus around this that causes the zombies to sort of fall into a chamber for the killing. A grinder, if you will. This grinder, a lot of people like to use as a means to get experience points. Some people like to use it. Some people like to use it to get experience points. Some people like to use it to get rotten flesh. You can get iron from zombies as a very rare drop. So, you know, there's reasons you can do it. There can also be, there is another version of the spawner room, which is skeleton. That one can be pretty difficult, but if the skeletons shoot each other, they actually will attack each other. One of those things, though, they can also generate something called a music disc. Oh, there's that blue ore again. Music discs, if you craft a jukebox, music discs can be played. And they have a unique song that isn't heard anywhere else in the game. This here is lapis lazuli, by the way. I don't think this really has a use, right, in this version of the game. Because in later versions of the game, this is necessary for... as fuel for something. But in this version of the game, I think it's just used as blue dye. It also doesn't craft into blue dye. I think it just works as the blue dye. There's coal back here I missed. Yeah, unfortunately, items are also kind of far out of the render distance. Might as well just eat that. Yeah, I don't know if we're going to be finding diamond, unfortunately. I think we're around the level where they do start spawning. Yeah, we're at Y12, so they can start to spawn at around this level. So I might dig around for a bit and see if I can find any. I think a good start would be if I remove this fucking water here. Placed it there. This is obsidian, by the way. It's this purplish... this black and purple block. It doesn't get crafted into any... into very many things, though. If any. I don't actually... No, there is a crafting recipe that uses it. Oh yeah, lava, by the way, will destroy things that falls into it by lighting them on fire. Congratulations, we found redstone. Yippee. Sadly, for whatever reason, redstone drops like an absurd amount. And it's like pretty common at the lower levels. I didn't actually check to see what it... I believe it is Y level 8 is where we want to be for this. Mm-hmm. Game stuttered a bit when I broke that dirt. Mm. Mm-hmm. That fog is not making me comfortable. We need to be very careful with our next few steps. This is near a lava pool, which you can tell because the lava also drips through just like the water does. So that's neat. Hmm. Lava also doesn't flow as fast as water does. I was just underneath where I was. There is one thing I want to mention that you can do if you are looking for rare ores. It's cheating, but there's a thing you can use called X-ray, which is a texture pack that makes most blocks see-through. Finding some carbon-based shit down here, but it's not diamonds. Honestly, I would be content just leaving with this iron. All the iron we got. Now, I think the optimal Y level, if you're going to mine for diamonds, is also Y level 8. I think some people say Y12 is the best. But around the area where we are is where diamonds start to spawn. Alright, pack it up. We're moving out. Mainly because we're almost 40 minutes into the video. But hey, we got some stuff. You know. Sure, we didn't get diamonds, but like we got every other ore in the game. Like, I don't know what else to really say on that. Diamonds are rare. There's no, there's not necessarily a guarantee you'll always find them. And honestly, iron is it's good for most of the game. It's just not the best that you could have. Oh, I don't like this abyss here. Where's the abyss over here? There's no way. Okay, we're not stopping now. That is a rare occurrence. That might be one of the rarest mobs in the game. Yeah, we have a lot of iron ore. Jesus Christ. What that sound is it's likely a slime. Slimes are a very rare mob. That can only spawn in very specific chunks of the world. I genuinely don't know where this guy is, so I'm actually gonna, like, pause and then we will, I'll pause the video, and then once I find him, we'll uncut. Alright, so I was digging around here, and, I found some diamonds. I'm getting too greedy. Lava will inflict a lot of damage to you. I think we lost maybe a diamond or two to that, but found 5, which isn't bad. It's enough for a pickaxe and a sword if we wanted. But yeah, I still didn't find the slime, but we found some diamonds. It might be above us. Another reason a bucket might be useful to you is that you can easily put yourself out if you catch on fire if you have a bucket full of water. Alright, well, I'll cut back again when I find the slime. Alright, lo and behold, I finally found it. The amazing slime. Slimes rarely spawn underground in very specific chunks. They're a pretty rare mob, and they drop a unique material as well. There's also a creeper here. A few creepers. And honestly, they're not making this very fun. Slimes have the unique effect that when they die at a high enough size, or when they die when they're big or medium, they will split into small. But the small ones can't actually hurt you. Instead, they drop slime balls. Slime balls are used for some applications, which includes but not limited to making certain things sticky, Other than that, I don't actually think it has too many uses at this point in time. But I guess for now, we just gotta get the hell out of Dodge. God, that was like a whole 15-minute ordeal on my end. Actually, no, it's probably more like a 30-minute ordeal, because this video is probably going to be like an hour long. Give me this damn gold. I don't even want the gold. Just taking it. What else am I supposed to do? Not take it? What do you take me for? Oh, here's some lapis. This might actually be going too far up. Yeah, no, this is like going all the way back to the surface. We don't want that quite yet. If you remember, we still have some materials underground. We have a furnace to find. This is the one thing I don't like about doing the rest stop strategy is you can easily leave behind a furnace full of materials, and even though that might not necessarily matter, it still matters. Even when it doesn't, it does. It's also nice just to get another chance to do a pass through and see if you've missed anything. I think the fog is like different colors when based on how like high up you are in the world. So I think like the deeper you go, it's like a more black color. About as much iron as I can hold. You'll never find your way back to your furnace. Do 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 do. What do. Dun, 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 dun. Something else you can do, if you place water in a source block, nothing happens. It just gets rid of your water. Here it is. Do. More iron than I can hold. I wonder what I'm getting rid of. Okay, this is back to the spawner room, which we don't want. And this leads me towards the lava, which isn't necessarily what I want either. Mm-hmm. Alright, let's eat up some steak as we approach the 1 hour mark in the video. Okay, we're back in the depths where I was trying to escape from. I'm honestly still surprised we found that, and then while I was looking for the slime, I found the diamonds. This is another issue with caves. They can be so winding and such. You might not want to really get lost in them. Here we are. I think we're on our way out. Yep, we're definitely on the way out. Now the question is, what time of day will it be? There is an item you can craft with gold and a not gold and a compass, gold and redstone, called a clock. It's day, but it's late in the day. Yes, the cold, brisk air of the snowscape fills my lungs once again. As we witness the fight between this torch. We were actually in the same chunk, so all of this grew. This did not. Ooh boy, okay, so to start, we'll place down our second furnace here. Put some coal in either. Get some iron in this one. Get some gold in this one. And then I want to test something, which is if use bone meal, will this potentially grow a pumpkin? Seems like it's not wanting to for some reason. I mean, technically it doesn't even have to be just that block. Alright, well now that we're back at base, might as well make some preparations before we end the video. And then I go take a nap for a little bit, even though I have to go get groceries later, so can't sleep forever. I don't have my hoe on me. Do 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 do. As for the hoe, you honestly you honestly don't really need anything better than wood, let alone stone. You can craft things like iron, gold, and diamond hoes. It's just like, how necessary would you really think they'd be? Also, while I'm in there. Harvest these. Buckets actually aren't stackable and empty in this version. Okay, so I was right. That wasn't always a thing. I was thinking about that the other day. Oh, there's a spider over here we can take care of. You can see here this spider isn't very aggressive to us until we attack him. I remember sometimes that used to be buggy, though, in old versions of Minecraft. Oh, we have that pit. Oh, I fell into an ice pit. If you're wondering what I'm looking for now, I'm trying to see if maybe I can find a cow in the near vicinity of the house. There is sand. We will be needing sand a little bit for something coming up. Anyway, here's a cow. So if you take a bucket and go up to a cow, you can milk it, and milk it. This will allow us to craft, I think, one last thing before I leave it off. So, we'll need some ingredients for this. Actually, I don't have the final thing. Okay. We will be getting to that then. Because I realized I don't have the last ingredient here. So, yeah. Anyways, that'll be it for this one. That'll be it for this one. So thank you guys for watching. If you liked the video, be sure to hit that like button. You should also subscribe, hit the bell icon to get notifications. Additionally, you should check out the links in the description. There's links to my social media pages on Blue Sky and Twitter. There's a link to my Twitch page where I occasionally live stream, and a link to my Ko-Fi page where for $3 a month you become a monthly member and get access to things like content early and exclusive content. And yeah, I will see you guys in the next one.